Mike Olson hit us up on Twitter and said, given Wisconsin's change in philosophy on offense and the transfer talent they added, is it unreasonable to think that they can win the Big Ten West? We're going to be doing a lot of these questions we're answering from my Twitter page, @JudyPickell, so make sure you're locked in. But this got the gears turning a little bit because there's a lot to be excited about in Madison, Wisconsin right now. Luke Fickell, your new head coach, Phil Longo, your new OC, you went to work in the portal. There's more than what meets the eye here with Wisconsin. So let's unpack this question a little bit. And that is essentially, can they win the Big Ten West? In short, yes. And here's why. They have a lot of really good pieces on this roster right now. Like, you talk so much about the X's and the O's and the coaching and this, that, and the other, and we'll talk about that too as well here in just a second. But what it comes down to for me is players making plays. That's a cliche thing to say. That's coach speak. It's cliche and coach speak because it's true, right? You have a young defense last year that only allowed around 22 points a game, top 25 in the country. Allowed around 308 yards a game. That's top 10 in the country. So they should be good defensively. Surprise, surprise, Wisconsin is yet again good defensively. That's who they are for the last however long you want to go back. Wisconsin's probably been solid on defense. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, that's what really has the people in Madison fired up. They are the number 6 portal class right now, according to us here at On 3. They have taken 13 transfers. Of those 13 transfers, they have taken 4 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks. Translation, we're getting ready to throw the rock around, okay? C.J. Williams was a four-star guy out of high school, went to Modern Day, went to USC, now finds himself transferring to Madison to go play under Phil Longo. You took 2 quarterbacks, one Nick Evers from Oklahoma, and the second guy, who everyone is assuming will be the starter, Tanner Mordecai, quarterback from SMU. Now, Tanner Mordecai played at the Group of 5 level, so not as many people got to see him because he's playing his games on less national spotlights games, if that makes sense. But over the last 2 years, accounted for 72 touchdowns through the air. My dude can throw the rock around, all right? Tanner Mordecai is going to be a guy that bursts onto the scene nationally. So don't be a fan later. Buy all your stock in Tanner Mordecai right now. He is a guy that can win a whole lot of football games for you. And so Braylon Allen, one of the best running backs in the country, definitely one of the best running backs in the Big Ten, paired with a really lethal personnel group throwing the football, there's cause for excitement. There's cause for excitement when you pair that with what the philosophy will be. Because if they were just running, 3 tight end sets and Tanner Mordecai is going to do a lot of play action and we're going to run the ball around 50 times a game, like, there's a little bit less excitement around what Wisconsin could be. It's still there, but there's a little bit less excitement around what they could be. The excitement comes with the change in philosophy. We'll talk about that in a second. Make sure you're subscribed right here. It helps us do more of what you want to see, man. The Wisconsin faithful, I'll just say it, man, y'all have been getting after it for us. We've been sort of lean in terms of how many Wisconsin videos we've done, but y'all have answered in full force, so subscribe, and we'll keep that thing rolling, okay? The People Show. Like I said, make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and on Twitter @JDPickell. As I was saying, there's a new philosophy, new way of doing things in Madison, Wisconsin right now. And the philosophy is proven, the philosophy is sound, and the philosophy is different than what you've come to know at Wisconsin offensively. Because think about what Wisconsin's been offensively the last couple of years. 3 tight ends, we're playing with the fullback, we're playing smash mouth football, we're going to be more physical than you, and you're just going to have to deal with it. And that's great. That's who Wisconsin is. Like, in terms of character, Wisconsin's tough, blue collar, hard hat, lunch pail. And you love it. You wouldn't have it any other way. At the same time, though, you understand there's probably a ceiling to what you can accomplish playing with 3 tight ends on the field. Not that you can't be good, but can you beat the teams like Ohio State? They're going to score 45. Can you beat Michigan when they score 42? Like, when you get into these shootout kind of games, you found yourself limited. So you could be good every year, and Wisconsin has been good every year. I mean, heck, they won a bowl game last year. But to get to where you want to get to, which is winning national titles, winning the Big Ten, you need to have a change in the way you do things. So enter into the fray Luke Fickell, who went to the college football playoff with Cincinnati, first and only G5 team to do it. You bring in Phil Longo, who coached Drake May the season ago, They scored right around 32 points a game. They're going to throw the rock. They're going to be explosive offensively. The equivalent of what Wisconsin is doing from what North Carolina did offensively a season ago, you're trying to add this supercharged offense, this potent offense, into what was already a tough brand of football. Like you're trying to take this Jeep build, tough defensively, tough attitude, strong Luke Fickell culture, and you're trying to put a supercharged Ferrari engine inside of that thing. Now, I'm not a huge car guy, contrary to what popular belief may be from the metaphors we use on this show. So I don't know how that would work exactly, but you're trying to put the potent offense inside of the tough build that Wisconsin football is. We're going to be tough defensively. We're still going to run the football because we got Braylon Allen, man. We're going to give Zero the rock a whole lot. But guess what? We're going to throw the ball around. So we got Tanner Mordecai, and we got some good receivers that can go and catch it for us. And so that's why you're excited, because you can be tough and explosive. That's a lethal combination. And the reason why I say that's sound and proven is because other teams have done that and played for really exciting things. Georgia comes to mind, and they've recruited at an elite level, and they have the best personnel in the country. Michigan started to do that more at the end of last year. Ohio State, they went to the college football playoff, and they were tough, and they were lethal offensively for like 11 of the games. I say those together. They were lethal offensively really all year, but they struggled against Michigan. But you hear what I'm saying. Tough, potent offense equals really good things. That's how Wisconsin is trying to build this. They've always been tough, but now to add a potent offensive attack, that's why you're excited. That's why there's some new optimism, some new hope, if you will, when it comes to Wisconsin football. So you got the pieces, you got the philosophy that I believe will allow you to be successful. Now, here is the million-dollar question, Mike Olson. Here is what it all comes down to. How quickly does it mesh? Right? How quickly do all these new pieces come together? Because I think we've gotten an unrealistic expectation from other success stories across the portal. USC and Caleb Williams, they get together, boom, playing for a New Year's Six Bowl, playing for a conference title, having a chance to maybe get into the college football playoff if they can beat Utah the last game of the year. We see the success stories, but what we don't totally give enough credit to is, hey, man, when you throw a bunch of new pieces together, whether it be personnel, staff, in Wisconsin's case, both, it takes some time for it to mesh. How long does it take is really the question. Does it mesh during spring camp and into fall camp, and by game one, hey, we're ready to roll, man? Or is it first couple of games we kind of find our footing and we're not really the team that we can be until October? Which is it? Because if it's that first situation that I explained to you, Wisconsin can do more than just win the Big Ten West. I think Wisconsin can win the Big Ten West tomorrow, to be honest with you. I'll probably pick them. Spoiler. But the question is, how much can they get out of this? How effective is the personnel that they brought in? How quickly does the staff take to that personnel, and how quickly do they figure each other out? It's all there in front of them. It is 1,000% in front of Wisconsin to get done what they want to get done. Meshing is what I am curious to see. Anything new takes a minute to break in. How long does it take for Wisconsin to break in this new philosophy and this personnel? But if I'm a Madison man, I'm fired up. Camp Randall is a place that I very much so would like to get to this fall, and I'm optimistic that Wisconsin will give us a good reason to get there. So I'll leave it at that. Nick, Break, Lifting Heavy. This has been the Hard Count, man. This is y'all's show. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us every single day as we talk college football. We are live not once, but twice a week. So hit the bell and make sure you don't miss when we go live. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, man. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.